All right, welcome back to week 2. Thank you guys all for your videos over this week. It was really great to see all your faces and hear from you on the hello videos. I think I've watched them all. There may have been one or two that came in after I did that, but I'll be following up on those later. I'm going to be going through your technique videos sometime in the next day or two, or maybe 3 days, and giving you feedback on that. So watch for that. You can check your email, and it'll auto email you with that. So let's talk about the plan and what we're going to be doing here going forward. So my original plan was based on the fact that we were going to be out for 3 weeks and we'd be coming back and finishing out the year. Obviously, those plans have changed and we need to adjust accordingly. So what I did is I was talking to some other orchestra teachers and figuring out what other people are doing. And what we need to do now, or what we're going to do, is we're going to move to a new program called Smartmusic. Hopefully this is going to be something we're going to use to the end of the year. It's something that I've been interested in for a long time, and this is the perfect opportunity to just jump in with both feet on that. So what is Smartmusic? Great question. I'm glad you asked. Smartmusic is a program that will listen to you practice, and it will tell if you are playing the correct notes and rhythms. So it puts a green dot on the note if you play it correctly. It puts a red dot if it's the wrong note, or it'll put like a sharp if you played a sharp and you shouldn't have, that kind of thing. And it'll also tell you rhythms and things. So what I can do on my end is I can assign exercises out of our book, but the real cool thing is that I can actually do concert music with it, which is great. The concert music that's on there has really nice kind of backing tracks. They're basically the publisher recordings that, like, you go on JW Pepper and you click the play button. It's basically that is the backing track, along with like a click metronome, so you know where you're at. I've been messing around with it for over the weekend, and it's really cool. It's fun to play your part and hear all the other parts in your headphones. It's really a fun way to practice. Also, no guarantees here, but this is my hope. Supposedly, there's a way that I can take the audio from your recordings that you post as assignments for Smartmusic, and I can take those and I can put them together into a virtual orchestra, and it's just audio, and it's something I'll have to figure out, but we've got time, right? So I haven't exactly figured out how that works, but supposedly you can do that. So basically, I would have to download your tracks and then edit it together. So that's a possibility. We'll see if that ends up panning out. I think it'd be really cool if it did. So there's that. So one thing about Smartmusic is that Smartmusic, there's certain music that's on Smartmusic and certain music that's not on Smartmusic. Unfortunately, the pieces that I already posted are not on Smartmusic, but I think that this is such an important tool that I think we need to adjust and find some other music that fits our needs. So the Star Wars, the Hallelujah, and the Incredibles, I'm going to leave them up, but don't feel like you need to practice them because they're not really our music at this point. If you're looking for something extra, absolutely, please go for it. But we're going to be doing some other music out of Smartmusic. So I haven't picked these tunes yet, but there's a lot of options on there, a lot of Brian Ballmages, a lot of really good composers. So I'm confident that we'll be able to find something really, really solid for our end of the year virtual performance. So I haven't picked the tunes yet, so anyway, this week the objective really is to get you guys all connected in Smartmusic and get you figured out and how to do it. So by the time this video goes up, I will have posted some instructions about how to get set up with Smartmusic. I'll post that on Google Classroom. There will be a text post from me and also links to 3 videos from Smartmusic. So read through my little post. I'm not going to read it to you. I think it'll just be easier if you just read it. It's just some bullet points. The 3 videos, the first one is just an overview of what is Smartmusic. Just a good idea to watch that before you get started so you know kind of what we're getting into. Video number 2 is how to create an account and how to sign up for your class. So there's like a class code like there is for Google Classroom, and that'll be in the text post. So once you watch that video, number 2, go ahead and just get set up. There's something in there about it emailing you, and you have to confirm it in your email. If it does that, great. Go ahead and just do that in your email. It may not send to the school emails. So I'm planning on going in and confirming everybody on my end. So don't worry about that. If you do see it, feel free to click that link. But if not, don't worry about it. I will get that taken care of for you. So cool. I'll be checking that at least once a day. Probably more, like especially at first, a couple, 2-3 times a day. So give me a couple hours before you ask about whether I saw it or not. Cool. Once you're figured out and you're like signed into our class, there's another video number 3, which is how to complete an assignment. So watch this one before you kind of go in and get it figured out. It's just really short video that's really useful. I think it's 3 minutes long, and it just tells you everything you need to know about how to navigate, how to log in, how to find your assignment, how to do your assignment, how to start the recording, how to calibrate your microphone. It's a lot of information in a very short amount of time, and it's really useful. So definitely take a look at that before you get started. Past that, if after you have watched those 3 videos, if you get stuck somewhere, feel free to make a comment on the text post that I put, and hopefully I or someone else will be able to help you get that figured out. Okay. So this is the learning process for everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being so patient and flexible as we figure this out. I know just last week I had you guys learn Flipgrid, and now we're kind of doing a little bit of a pivot, but I really appreciate your willingness to stick with it and get some learning done. So I really do appreciate that. We're going to be using this for the rest of the year, I can say fairly confidently. So it's worth a little time investment up front to get it figured out. Okay. So it's worth it. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good thing. So your first assignments, the very first one I posted is just a D major scale. It's just on there just so that you have something to just kind of figure the system out with. Okay. So I would like you to do that for by Tuesday. So sometime on Tuesday. Oh, there's a separate for bass players. I don't want you to do the 2-octave scale because that's too hard, right? There's a separate assignment that's just a 1-octave scale for the bass players. So basses, watch out for that. The point of that is just to get the system figured out. Easy. For Friday, I posted an exercise. It's page 5, number 15. Which we've done before. It's that dominant etude. That'll be due on Friday. That's kind of our technique for the week. The tempo I put on there I think is like 50 beats per minute. At the top left there's plus and minus sign, and you can change the tempo. If you're gunning for the chamber audition, I think the low end was 80, so you might bump that up, and you can use that to practice. I think even after you turn it in, you can kind of keep doing it. So anyway, get logged in, and we'll get that figured out, okay? So again, that's D major scale for Tuesday, once you're logged in and everything, and then the page 5, number 15 for Friday. And then hopefully we'll have some concert music up sometime this week, and then we'll be able to get going on that. So there we go. That's the plan. I hope you guys, hope that all makes sense. Thank you again for your flexibility. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, make a comment on the post or shoot me an email, and we'll get it going. All right, thanks. We'll see you later.